Well, hello, Kevin here, and I got a question for you, and it's a biggie, and I'll cut right to it. Do you judge others? Do you kind of say, well, if that person would just do this, or if they would do this, then I mean, that kind of stuff. And I got to tell you, my answer to that question used to be yes, and even like maybe on some small scale, maybe I still do, but I'm a whole lot more cognizant of this now because if we look at this and like even put this in context, if I look at my wife Lisa and would say things like, well, if she would just do this or if she would just do this, then I would be a whole lot happier. Or if my daughter would just do this, or when it comes to business, if my clients would just do this, if they would just do what I showed them how to do, I know they'd get great results. And I'd be a lot happier. And the thing is that you know what? People are not always going to do what we want them to do. And it's not for us to judge them. It's not for, that guy in front of us, if you're driving down the highway and he cuts you off and stuff and you get all upset and stuff. And, maybe he or she saw you there. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they're in a hurry. You have no idea what's going on in their world that day at that given moment in time. And to get all upset about it, and quite honestly, I used to do that. I used to get upset if somebody would cut me off on the highway. And now I just kind of like back off and like let them go and like don't even give any thought to it because I'm like, what's the difference, really? And like see, we have the ability to just be as happy as we want to be, do what we want to do in this life, make the impact that we want to make on others, and we are always in control of what we do. And yet, so we don't have to be judgmental of others. We don't have to judge others. And what I would challenge you to do is just kind of watch for this. And are you judging others? And when it comes right down to it, when we judge others, what it comes down to, I mean, and you tell me what your experience with this is, but when I was judging others, it was like I was relying on them to do something to make me happy. So when it comes to, because one of my pet peeves used to be, that I always do when I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I always follow through on that. So I kind of irks me when somebody else doesn't treat me the same way, when they tell me they're going to do something and they don't follow through on that. And of course, I used to judge them for that. And I used to get upset at them for that. But nowadays, all I do is I just make a note and be like, you know what? I don't want to be surrounded by people like that. So if people are like that to me, then I'm not going to be around them. But what's interesting about this is when I just like let it go, people feed back to me what I put out. And so when I'm non-judgmental, when I'm just friendly and I just am doing my thing and I'm happy about what I'm doing and all of that kind of stuff, then people tend to feed that right back to me. They act accordingly around me. So give me your thoughts on this. I know this is kind of a little bit of a touchy subject, but I'd love to dig into this a little bit and hear your thoughts on this. And with that, post your comments below, and we'll be back in touch with you. Bye for now.